Alright, so for the video today, I'm talking about a principle called necessity is the mother of invention. This principle came around because I noticed in the past, when I was reading books, I would read books that weren't currently relevant to me. A good example would be this book I have right here, called In Search of Excellence. Now, this one is very valuable if you want to learn the key principles to apply to a larger corporation or to change your current corporation. That's its purpose. I read this when I had no business idea. I had no business, I had no experience either. Now, if you ask me how much I know about this book, I will tell you zero. I know nothing. I read this front to cover, I took notes on it, I did everything right. But if you told me how much I remember, nothing. Why? Necessity is the mother of invention. If you need something, your brain will keep it in the mind. That's why you forget most books you read if they're nonfiction, because your brain doesn't need that information, and it will not stick in it. If you read something and you're not using it actively, you will forget it, which is also why the school system produces so little actual learning at the end of the day. I mean, if you reflect on what you learned last year, for instance, a lot of it would just be very small lessons, and most of it would have been wasted compared to the time you put in, because it's ignoring the principle that necessity is the mother of invention. So I've changed the way I read books now. I only read books if I need it at this second. If I'm running an advertisement, I read a book on advertisements. I don't read a book on anything else other than that, because that is necessity, the mother of invention. If I apply the principles of that book right now, it will stick in my mind, I will have used it, and I will get results. But let's say I need to build a business. My big mistake before was, okay, I need a book to start a business. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. I would need a book such as this one right here. I needed a book on how to start a business. But what I would do, since I didn't really understand necessity is the mother of invention and you need to read and absorb content relevant to you right now, I would go and read a book about this, not relevant to me in this situation. And that resulted in me not starting a business I wanted to when I was about 15, but I didn't really start until I was 17. And I would say the big principle that I ignored was necessity is the mother of invention. If you don't need it at this second, don't waste your time doing it, because there's opportunity cost in everything you do. There's very limited time you have on earth. So if I'm starting to start a business and I don't read a book like this and I instead pick up this book, there's an opportunity cost to that. Yes, this could teach me, but compared to how much this could teach me, the ranking is very, very different. I was ignoring two key principles: necessity is the mother of invention, and understanding opportunity cost, because everything you do has a cost to it. So even if something will benefit you, if something else will benefit you more, then you're wasting your time. And that principle is something that I've kind of realized today, and something that I want to apply a lot deeper. Now, that finishes the principle part of my day. I'm changing my daily journal, so every single day I say a key principle. The inspiration from this is Ray Dalio and his principles of life and business, which took him from having a bankrupt business when he was in his 30s to now being worth about, $16 billion or something. And he said it's because he started to apply principles into his life deeply from his values. So I want to explain my principles. I do. In every single video, I explain one every single day. And I want people to see the outcome of that, because this is me at 17 years old filming a video about necessity is the mother of invention. I want people to see me at 42 years old and see where I got any success I got from this principle I applied today. So yeah, every day a new principle I will explain. Now, I'm going to do a quick recap of the day. So today I'm working on Become Outstanding, and I'm running an ad on Outbrain, but the content review takes longer than I didn't know how long it would take. So it's taken a while to get them to review the content, but what I did instead, because I really do rely deeply on two things. Right now I'm talking to one YouTube sponsor and he hasn't replied. Second thing is I need the ad running. So I decided to work on the system itself, and I started to add concepts from a business model generation and value canvases and some experiment libraries, which right now they are useful to me because I need to start prototyping a lot more, coming up with a lot more tests, ideas, and really learning from this deeply. So then it's going to be a lot smoother for me in order to learn, because I have tools set up for me to learn. So that's what I did for most of the day. What I'd say, if I had to have one regret for the day, would be, I don't know what I would regret for the day. It's always good to know a mistake so I can improve it tomorrow. I think the mistake would be not having clear times on my calendar on what to do. Today was a very creative day, meaning I needed to think a lot and there wasn't a lot of to-do lists. My to-do list consisted mostly of brainstorming because I needed to create a way to grab ideas and turn them into tests. That's a very brainstorming idea. A brainstorming session, basically. I use my mind a lot today. So what I would say is when I have these mind kind of sessions, I need to put them in a calendar, set aside time specifically for them. So when I do them with full energy in that time towards a goal. That would use me more efficiently. So that is something I want to now apply. Alright, I think I have my daily principle and journaling done. And I will see you tomorrow then.